Do good things really come to those who wait? As Michael Hauser found out this week, they just may.
Here are 5 other players that made a name for themselves after debuting later in their careers.
Do good things really come to those who wait? If you're a goaltender, they just may. This week, Michael Hauser burst onto the scene to become one of the feel-good stories of the season when he made his NHL debut at age 28 after having played a combined 283 games in the minors over the past 8 seasons. And in his big moment, the native of the Buckeye State was no shrinking violet.
Hauser shone in his 2 starts, providing the Sabres and their fans with a much-needed bright spot in an otherwise dismal season. Hauser earned the victory in both games,
turning aside 79 of the 84 shots he faced, 82 of 87 including the shootout, in the process, as renowned Buffalo broadcast voice Rick Jeanneret put it after Hauser stopped all 3 Islanders in the shootout Tuesday night. The legend of Michael Hauser grows and grows. For these purposes, only those who made their debut after their 28th birthday have been considered. If the netminders who came before him are any indication, Hauser's 2-game sojourn may not be so temporary after all. Of the 18 goalies who fit the above criteria, 5 Roman Sechmanek, Martin Gerber, Tim Thomas, Frederick Norina and Nicholas Backstrom would go on to play at least 100 games in the NHL. That is no guarantee, but it's not a bad ratio when you consider 3 of the 18 were emergency backups and that 28-year-old debutant Pavel Francouz is more likely than not to eventually reach the 100-game plateau as well. That group also boasts 3 William M. Jennings trophies, 2 Vezina trophies, 2 Stanley Cups and the 2011 Conn Smythe Trophy. Comparatively, skaters have a much weaker hit rate on making it to the century mark in games played. Only 7 of the 68 qualified skaters lasted 100 games in the show. Not a lot of individual hardware there, either. Nonetheless, here are the 5 players whose long-awaited NHL careers had the biggest impacts. Matt Larkin's fantasy hockey pickups. Time to win your playoff battles. Will Patrick Roy land an NHL gig next season? How good is Cole Caulfield going to be? Jacob Chichroun is making a case for the Norris Trophy. Nick Foligno. April 27, 21st. The Hockey News Podcast. How legitimate are the Minnesota Wild? Frederick Anderson. April 26, 21st. Sheldon Keefe. April 24, 21st. Sheldon Keefe. April 23, 21st. Sami Joe's Podcast. Episode 6. Natalie Spooner. Connor Bedard is ready for Team Canada debut. The top rising NHL UFAs of 2021. Jack Campbell. April 22, 21st. Nick Foligno. April 22, 21st. The Hockey News Prospect Podcast. Under 18 World Championship preview. Women's hockey dealt another big blow. The obvious pick for top billing on this list, Thomas made his NHL debut on October 19, 2002 in a Boston Bruins victory over the Edmonton Oilers. But even after battling his way to the NHL at age 28, Thomas' work was far from over. He would appear in just 3 more games that season, and then wouldn't tend the crease in another NHL game until January 2006, only months shy of his 32nd birthday. But from that point on, Thomas would go on to win 211 games while putting up a .920 SP and a 2.52 goals against average, becoming synonymous with the term late bloomer. The fiery 5'11" netminder led the Bruins to the 2011 Stanley Cup, bringing home Conn Smythe honors along the way. In his career, he would win 2 Vezina trophies, play in the All-Star game twice, and, along with Manny Fernandez, would win the 2008-09 William M. Jennings Trophy. The Ogni C-class Backstrom had a career marred by a lack of postseason success, having spent most of his time on middling Wild teams. Had the Helsinki native skated in more than the 11 playoff games did, he'd probably still be more revered today. Backstrom paced himself to a career .914 SP and a 2.49 goals against average in 413 games.
He received Vezina Trophy votes in 4 of his 10 seasons,
placing third in Vezina voting in 2008-09. Injuries and, perhaps unsurprisingly given the list he's on here, age would slow Backstrom in the latter stages of his career. No offense to Jan Hejda, but this may be the only list he has ever appeared this highly on. A classic stay-at-home defender, Hejda never brought fans out of their seats with eye-popping abilities. But some say the best ability is availability. And nobody on this list was more available than was Hejda. The Czech-born defender is the Iron Man of this list, skating in 627 contests across his 9-season NHL career. His longevity allowed him to rack up more points than all but one of his late debuting peers. No player eligible for this list has more points than Univ, of Alberta alumni Derek Ryan. The diminutive center made his NHL debut on March 1, 2016 against the New Jersey Devils. Ryan would score the Canes' first goal in what would eventually be a 3-1 victory that night. While he has never been a superstar, the hard-working Ryan has gone on to amass 145 points in 339 career games while providing his teams with a spark of energy whenever necessary. Now 34, Ryan is sure to pad his lead in the coming years. Sorry, Leaf fans, you had to know this was coming. Really, any of the 3 emergency backups to see game action this millennium could be highlighted here. Obviously, the ways in which they impacted the NHL are wildly different than anyone else on this list, but the stories are too fun to pass up mentioning. George Alves and Scott Foster were the trailblazers, and both captured the hearts of the hockey world during their day in the sun. But what Ayers did was truly special. An emergency backup earning the victory in the biggest hockey market in the world on. So there we have it. When you debut at the age most NHLers are reaching their apex, there's not a lot of time to rack up a claim. But all those above were able to do just that with their limited time in the show. So, that's what Michael Hauser has to live up to. No pressure, kid.